Good day, Philippines. This is Mike Padua once again, and we are back to our tropical weather analysis for today, Monday until Wednesday, June 21st to 23, 2021. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. Now, today marks the start of the summer season in the Northern Hemisphere, technically known as summer solstice. That's usually every June 21st and 22nd. And as we can see here at the earthsky.org animation, it shows you how the Earth rotates around the sun. And this is the winter solstice, wherein the daylight hours is only 8 hours. And when we enter the summer solstice, the number of daylight hours is at 15 hours. So that's why we have longer day than night. So that's the meaning of the summer solstice. So meaning it's more daylight here in the tropics. And let's take a look now at the latest GovSat beginning today, June 21st to tomorrow, Tuesday. We have the southwesterly surface wind flow intensifying into a full-blown southwest monsoon. But still, the much of the rainfall is located on the western sections of the country. That includes western Luzon, Mimaropa, and some areas of western Visayas. But since it is enhanced by a stationary frontal system, or known as the major front south of Japan, but not a typhoon or tropical cyclone, the enhancement of the monsoon is not dangerous to create massive floodings along the western sections of the country. So most of the rainfall will be concentrated along the west. Okay, this is the western side of the country. And mostly it will be in the afternoon or evening where thunderstorms will develop and bring some heavy downpour across the western sections of Luzon. So right now, most of the effect of the southwest monsoon is along the western seaboards of Luzon and also Mimaropa and western Mindoro, while the Bicol region is also under the influence of the southwest monsoon, but much drier and cloudy skies will be expected here in the Bicol region, while over the rest of the Visayas, Sulu Archipelago, it will be experiencing some sunny skies with some cloudy conditions. Winds blowing from the southwest, but so far the effects here is not much. So this is only a very weak Habagat in this part of the Philippine Islands. Expect also some isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon or evening. Meanwhile, outside of PAR, the low pressure area, which I mentioned last Friday, that could develop into a tropical cyclone this early week. And it's now a tropical depression with ID number 6W. It means it's the 6th tropical cyclone of the Western Pacific, which includes the Philippine Islands. So it's now moving very close to Guam and the Northern Marianas. But the good news of this system, it won't affect any parts of the Philippines, and it will remain outside of the Philippine Area of Responsibility. So here's now the tropical depression 6W expected to move towards this area and start to recurve towards the northeast. So the system is being influenced by a high pressure area to the northeast. That's why the steering pattern is more towards the northeast. Okay. So far, that's the fast animation. And here in the Philippine Islands, you can see some southwest monsoon across the western sections of the country with cloudy conditions over the rest of the archipelago, including portions of Mindanao. And here's the latest track from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. And you could see here that it could reach still a tropical storm strength within the next 24 to 48 hours, and this is due to improved atmospheric conditions along these areas and high heat temperature over the surface of the ocean. So expect some intensifying system, but it's quite small. very small system as it moves towards the northwest across the open waters of the Pacific Ocean. So here's the typhoon global models, and it shows here that most or majority of the forecast model shows that its track will remain outside of the Philippine Area of Responsibility with no threat to our country, but it will bring some winds and rain within the next 24 hours across the islands of the Marianas, which includes Guam and Saipan. And as we look at the windy.com zoom in satellite animation focused on the Philippine Islands, you can see here developing thunderstorms across northern and central Luzon, particularly along the western sections and the mountainous areas of these areas, where thunderstorms with heavy rainfall and lightning will be expected along these areas, and also some areas of southern Tagalog provinces and over at the Sulu Sea. And cloudy conditions will also be expected across Mimaropa, Visayas, Bicol region, brought about by the southwest monsoon and the southwesterly surface wind flow across Visayas, while over Mindanao will be the usual convection, afternoon rain convection with thunderstorms, which will be expected in the afternoon or evening. And if we check at the rainfall accumulation for the next 3 days from the European model, courtesy of windy.com, expect some rainfall across the western seaboards or western coastal areas of the Luzon, and some thunderstorms as well across the West Philippine Sea along the western sections of Palawan and Mindoro, while the rest of the country will remain cloudy with some chances of isolated rain showers and thunderstorms, particularly over Mindanao and over at northern Cagayan, based on the 3-day rainfall forecast, 3-day rainfall accumulation forecast from the European model. And before we leave you, here's the latest wind forecast for the next 3 days until Wednesday. So tomorrow, the southwest monsoon will continue to prevail across Luzon and Mimaropa and the Bicol region as well, while the southwesterly surface wind flow and westerly wind flow across Visayas and northern Mindanao. And here comes the tropical depression, likely to become a tropical storm as it moves towards the northwest of Guam, moving away from Guam over the ocean waters. So here's the frontal system that is expected to draw this system towards this boundary. So if we move it until Wednesday, the tropical cyclone will be way to the northwest of Guam and starting to move towards the north without entering the Philippine Area of Responsibility. And here's the European model, still the same. And the southwest monsoon will continue to prevail across the northern and central sections of Luzon, particularly the western sections, including Batanes and Babuyan Islands, which is continuing being enhanced by the frontal boundary or the frontal system over here, as the tropical cyclone moves closer to that boundary, and later it will be absorbed within the next few days. Okay, so far that's the latest. No problem for the Philippine Islands except for the western sections because of the southwest monsoon. We expect this rainfall to prevail on and off, particularly the afternoon or evening in isolated areas of western Luzon. So that's it. That's the latest for today, Monday until Wednesday, and we will return again on Wednesday to give you more updates on the weather. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Mr. Typhoon.tv, and click on the notification bell for the latest updates if we have new uploads for you. Okay, so thank you so much. Stay safe always. Be #WeatherWiser, and see you again on Wednesday.